know I gain weight, guys. Don't mention it. Hi, how is it going? This is Carol again and welcome back to my channel, guys. For today's video, it's going to be a native camp vlog at last, and it's gonna be an English vlog. Yeah. Well, I don't usually make vlogs in English because I think just like English learners or other English learners, I
am also afraid to make mistakes.
And today I want to put an end in that kind of mindset. So if you think that my sentence is incorrect or I mispronounced a word incorrectly, please comment it down below. Don't be afraid to correct me or to, tell me, hey,
it's not how to say it, or there's a better way to say it. That's
fine with me. But as long as you're correcting me with love. Okay, so, but anyway, the reason I'm making this video right now in English is because I noticed that there are a lot of native English teachers already in native camp. So how did I know? How did I notice? Because whenever I try to search my name in the student's application, I'm sorry if the dogs are barking outside and the kids are shouting outside. It's normal in the Philippines. Yeah. I think a lot of Filipino teachers can relate to that even while having classes. But don't worry, my headset or headphone has noise cancellation feature, so students don't usually hear that. So going back, I've noticed that a lot of native English teachers are joining native camp, which is good because, I think it can attract more students. They've been hiring a lot of native English teachers recently, and I think there's like a promo. It's just that I don't have time to make a video about that. They have this promo wherein the teacher who referred the native teacher will get $50, and the native teacher that was referred also will be getting $50 once they had their first class in native camp. So just bear with the noise, guys, while I'm explaining these things to you.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
So, going back. So today I wanted to discuss to you two types of classes here in native camp. So there is this sudden class and booked class in native camp. But first, the first thing you have to do before you can do sudden class or booked class is to open your slots. Okay, you have to open your slots here in native camp. So how to do that? You just have to simply log in into your account in native camp. I'm gonna put the link below so you can simply click on that and then put on your email and your password. And the first thing you have to do is to look at the left side of your screen. There are like options or tabs there wherein you can check the dashboard, the reservation. You have to specifically look for the schedule tab because that is where you are going to see your schedule, or that is where you can plot your schedule. And I think I wanted to show it, so let me grab this phone and I'll show you how to do it. So this is what I'm saying. So if you will try to log into your account, so on the left part of your screen you will see this tabs here. So I'm sorry, I'm not able to send the messages yet to my student. I'll do it later. So you will have to look for the schedule tab, this one. Click on this and you will see this screen. So you will also see here the student traffic volume. So those red people there, it means there are a lot of students that time. Okay, so in here you will be able to see like the time. So I'm using Manila time since I live in the Philippines, and you will see like the date and the day on the schedule tab, and you will see this this red people and blue people thingy that I am saying earlier. And so if you wanted to open a slot, example, during this time, 2:30 a.m., let's say you're available during this time, you're a night person, you can like just tick this, how can I say? You can just tick on this icon here, and then once it says available or once it shows available, that means this slot is already available to be booked by the students. So you just have to, take those off button here, and it depends on you if you wanted to go on standby if, for example, no one booked the class. But if your class was booked, it's gonna appear like this. I don't have a lot of booked reservation this time. So if the class was booked, it's gonna show something like this. So I'm not gonna show the name anymore of my students. Sometimes they will have their pictures there. Sometimes they will just have like this picture of an apple, of a dog, or anything. That should be fine. If you also wanted to go to your profile, like, without typing anything on your search bar, is this the search bar thingy? Just click on your account, and it's gonna route you to the account tab. So it will actually route you to this page, and what you have to do, so this is just, another option for you guys. Okay, just scroll down and then click this link. It's gonna route you to your introduction video. Okay, my introduction has advertisement already. Okay, then click on this. Okay, so it's gonna route you to this page. So if you want to do the translation, you can do it. And this is where you can see your ratings and also your profile. And in this part, this is where students will see what are the available slots. So if it's in gray, that means it has already been reserved. So students can no longer reserve these slots. And I think that's it. Alright, but there's another way, of course, on how you can go to this. So you just have to simply type this, nativecam.net/waiting, and it's gonna route you to this page. So what you have to do is to simply tick on this unspecified and then just type your name and click on the search for, and automatically all of those teachers with the same name or like similar name or similar keyword that you type will appear here. So I'm here, and you just have to simply click this, and that's it. So you get lesser pay when you take sudden classes, because of course if no one booked your class and you wanted to use your time or your slot, then you can go on standby. So you just have to simply click the standby button on the top part of your screen. I think I have to show that to you also. Wait. Okay. On the right upper part of your screen, you will see this log out and not standby. So this is the same thing that you use when you try to do the demo lesson. So when you click on standby, automatically this bar will turn blue. Okay, that means you're waiting for a student to coming to your class. But if you are on a reservation or on a booked class, 10 minutes before the lesson, this thing will go orange, and then on the right side of the left side of the screen, it's gonna tell you to stand by for reservation. But for example, if your booked class is 7 p.m., then it's gonna turn orange. So if this turned orange around 6:50 p.m., do not go and standby yet, because what's gonna happen is that you are standby for a sudden class and not the booked class. So what you have to do is to go and standby at 55 or 5 minutes before the class. So that's the perfect time that you have to go on standby. For the payment, it depends if it's a booked class, so you get higher pay, and it also depends on the ranking. So in the Philippines, I think we use B1 to 8 to determine the ranking, but for other teachers, they use a different letter. I think C or Z, it depends. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So in the Philippines, you can get a booked rate of 80 pesos up to 104 pesos depending on your ranking. So B8 is the highest, so you can get 104 pesos per 25-minute class. But if you're a native speaker, I think you can get as much as $13 per 25 minutes class, so that's around $26 per hour. For sudden class, I'm not sure what's the rate for the sudden class, but for teachers here in the Philippines, so that's the rate that we get, and maybe similar to other non-native English teachers also here in Native Camp. You can open up to 24 slots a day in Native Camp. So that's around 12 hours a day. If you will do Native Camp as your full-time job, then you can open 24 slots a day. But in my case, I can do like 16-18 classes a day, but in my case, since I'm also busy with other things, like our printing business at home, so I can only teach let's say 5 to 8 classes a day, sometimes 9 or 10. It depends on the day, but sometimes I could go low, like 4 classes a day only. So it depends. Anyway, as long as I can pay my bills through Native Camp, so I'm good with that. But there are teachers who can get like 5 figures in a month here in Native Camp, or I don't know if they can get like 6 figures, like our top teachers, since they are native, like our top teachers. So I don't know how much they can get in a month, but I don't have the courage to do that, and I think it's kind of tiring. So it depends on you. Of course, there are also penalties here in Native Camp, but it will depend in your classes. So I think if you have booked classes, that's the only time that you can get penalty, like the disconnection penalty and the no cancellation penalty. So no cancellation penalty is if you are able to get 20 booked classes in a cutoff. So in the Philippines, we can get 550 pesos. But we should avoid any cancellations on the teacher's part. So if that's gonna happen, then the 550 pesos will be forfeited. For native speakers, I'm not sure how much is the incentive, but I think it's, yeah. But I'm not sure if it's like double your rate or 4 times your rate also. I'm not sure, but I think you also get incentive when you don't have any canceled classes on your end. So if it's like internet connection reasons or electricity reasons, it depends on the situation. If you have proof, then you can dispute that, but I've tried that before. So most of my cancellation disputes were approved, but of course some are not. Just recently I had a cancellation because of the glitch. So if you're already teaching in Native Camp, so you experienced that. I think that was just the other day. So there. Maybe I can discuss that in another video, but I don't know if I have covered everything already about the book classes and the setting class. Anyway, so for the classes or for the lessons that you will be teaching in these kinds of classes, so it depends on the budget that you have. So if you only have the budget for the free conversation, for the grammar, I think there are only 5 budgets that you will get if you're new to Native Camp. It depends on you if you will request for that. So you have 1 month before all the other badges will be added into your account.
Based on my experience.
Yeah. Okay, so free conversation, you cannot remove free conversation in the budgets that you will get. So a lot of adult students, they take free conversation classes, and so I think be familiar with the textbook first before you request for additional budgets. But if you're confident enough to teach other lessons or other textbooks lessons, so then you can request for additional budgets to be added in your account. So I think that's just it for this video. If you have any question, or if I'm not able to cover everything about the studying class and the book classes in this video, please comment your question below, and I hope I was able to help you through this video. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I do videos about ESL teaching, specifically about Native Camp, and I do videos also about business, personal vlogs, and all those stuffs. Thank you so much. See you in my next one. Bye!